Hello, my name is Alex. I work for WorkWave and we'll be walking you through a brief demonstration of the employee portal designed for the K4 security business. This will take you through all of the different elements and how you can see information related to yourself and how you can raise certain requests as well. To access the portal, there are two ways of doing it. Once you have been set up to access the portal, you will be sent an email which will contain a link to the employee portal URL. So this is just a normal web page. Or if it is that you're going to be using the mobile phone app more regularly, within the mobile phone app, at the bottom of the screen, there is a little menu icon here, which when selected will take you through to a little list where you can select employee portal, and it'll open up the default browser on your screen where you can pop in your email address and password. Your email address and password will be exactly the same as it is for when you're accessing the mobile phone app, so there's no differences there. When you are logged into the employee portal, you will see a number of different icons. So from My Details all the way through to K4 Learning Management System. And we're going to go through each of these so you understand what each of them are capable of doing and what each of the requests will do. When I select My Details, it'll give you a brief overview of your personal details. So within here, you'll be able to see an image of yourself if one has already been uploaded, as well as information such as your name, address, contact information, and a little bit of additional information such as date of birth, gender, pay code, join date, and a national insurance number. It'll also show at the bottom certain qualifications that your leads feel fit for you to be able to see and when the expiration date of those qualifications are. If it is that you would like to raise a request to change some of this information, so whether it be your name, your address, your contact information, or your image, in future, you are going to see a little red pen icon next to the image like you can see there, but also next to the name, address, and contact information sections here. But in the meantime, if you would like to put a request through to change that information, then what you would do is select from the front page an icon called Messages. And within here, you'll be able to see any of the requests that you've put through, whether they be employee name changes, address changes, holiday requests, searches for work, whatever they may be, and their current status. And any new requests, you can select new. And from the list here, choose what it is that you'd like to raise. To stick with the ones I just mentioned, employee name, image, details, and address. If I select employee name and click on Create, it'll then take you through to a page where you can put your name change in. So if it is that I want to now change my name from Alex to Alan, or change my last name, you can choose the date at which you'd like this change to take place, any additional comments, and this will require you to upload a document to prove that name change. So as you can see here, to change your name, you require a proof. Please ensure you upload a document that shows the official name change. If I try and save this without an upload of the document, it will then come up with a warning specifying that a mandatory document is required. Please try again. Once you have chosen a document and select Save, this will then be sent through to, as a task through to a combination of your HR and control room teams, who will then sign off on the change. And then once that change has either been signed off, or it has been denied, or it is in progress, then you will receive an email back specifying that the request that you've put through has a status change, and that status is changed to in progress or accepted or approved or what may be, as well as any additional comments that the person who completed that task deemed fit for you to know. The process is exactly the same for when changing your address. So I'll go back onto here. So for changing your address as well, it will require a document to be uploaded to prove that address change. But when it comes to your image change, again, it will require a document. So of course, you need to upload an image that you'd like to change it to. But your employee details, so that will be your contact number and your next of kin information, mobile number, whatever that may be, you do not have to upload a document for those changes. But the process will be the same. You send the request through, so a combination of either HR and control room, they can pick up the task, approve it, and you will receive an email back when it's either been approved, denied, or it's moved to in progress. The other things that you will be able to raise requests for within the system or if you'd like to change your bank details, holiday requests, resignations, uniform requests, updated qualifications, or updated right to work. Each of these will either request you to put a document in, or you will have to, or there is no need for a document. But again, once raised, it'll go either to your relevant lead or to a combination of the HR and control room departments for them to sign off, and you'll be notified whether that change has been accepted, denied, or put into in progress. The next element is your diary. Within here, you can see any of the shifts that have been allocated to you, past, present, or future. It will also show any holidays that are currently booked in against you as well. So here we can see you've got a holiday on the 6th of February. When I select any of the shifts, it will give me a breakdown of the information about that shift. So the site, the customer that you'd be working for, and the address. And it will also contain the SIN number. The SIN number is incredibly important when clocking in and out of sites, because it will, any of the time you try and clock in and out, it will request the SIN number of that site. So if this is a new site you're unfamiliar with, make sure you're checking on your employee portal of what that SIN number should be. Again, if you're not familiar with the location, then there's a little icon here, which when double clicked, will take you through, there we go, will take you through to Google Maps and show you the location. If there are any notes that have been stored against the site, so ways to access the information or site instructions, they'll also be listed here. The times that you'll be scheduled for, what kind of hours type or pay level you're going to be working at. And if there's any documents that have been uploaded to that site, they'll also be listed on here, which you can then open and download. If this is a site that you had already completed, so you were looking at this in the past, and you've already clocked in and out of this shift, you'll also be able to see the clock in and out information listed within this site as well. At the top of the page, we have two additional options. One is called available. Within here, if it is that you are available to work during certain days or certain times, but you're not really bothered about which shifts you're going to be taking on, then you can say that I'm available from this date to this day, from this time to this time, and submit it. And so when any of the open posts, any of the unallocated shifts are being allocated, then your employers will know that you have requested to work any shift that you can do during that period. If it is that you'd like to look for certain shifts, you can use the work search. Within the work search, you can choose, again, a date period to look for and a time period to look for, and also a distance. So what the system will do is look at your home address and show you any of the sites that are within 5 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles, all the way up to 100 miles from your current location. So if it is that you want to look for additional shifts that are more local to you, then again, you can adjust that distance accordingly. I'm going to specifically choose the 7th of February and choose any distance. Click submit. So this will show me any of the open posts that are available on the 7th of February. It'll give you a little bit of information about the site, the start and end times for the shift. And if I click on request, it'll give me a bit more of a breakdown. So what's the distance from your home, the start and end times, the duration, the address of the site, and who the customer is. If you would like to request to work, you can put a little note in if you'd like and select submit. That will then go through to the site's lead for them to decide upon whether they would like to fill you into that shift or not. If it is that you're if accepted or it's been denied, again, you will receive an email to let you know whether that has been requested or accepted or denied. If it is that you'd like to work an event, you will also see that there are shifts in here that will be titled with event. An event can contain a number of different shifts of different times, but what this will do is show you what is the earliest start time and what is the latest end time of any of the shifts within that event. And then when you request to work the event, again, the request will go through to the site's lead, and then they will choose which of the available shifts, whether it be event stewards or whatever other role they deem appropriate for you to be slotted into. If you're accepted or denied, again, you will receive an email back. Moving then on, we have documents. Documents can be uploaded directly to you as an employee, to any of the sites that you will work at, past, present, or future, as well as general documents that might be available for everybody within your team or the entire company. If there are any new documents that you have not read before, there will be a red 1 that will be listed, or a red 2 if there's 2 documents, against the relevant folder. You can see here, we already have the K4 Group Welcome Pack, and when selecting any of the documents, they'll open up automatically, and you can download them onto your device if you wish. There is one report available to you, which is the employee schedule. So if you would like to have a look at a list of all of your schedules from a certain date period, so instead of just showing 1 week at a time like the diary does, and say you wanted to have a look at an entire month's worth, then you can come onto here and choose a larger date period, and then it will list off all the shifts that you are allocated to during that period, what day of the week, the scheduled start and end times, and how many hours that you'll be paid for. And if you wish to download it, you can select that icon here. If you'd like to put in a holiday request, select absences, and then this will show you a breakdown of your current entitlement. So if it is that you are on a holiday set of days, then it will show days. If you are on a holiday set of hours, it will show hours. So this employee currently has 26 days remaining for the rest of the year. They've had 2 of those days approved, and there are 0 requests. So the only requests I've put through have already been approved. So if you were to put in requests through, and it has not been approved, then again, that will just be sitting inside the requested option. To put a holiday request in, simply select request, choose the dates and times that you'd like to take off, any additional comments, and select save. This will go to your personal lead for them to sign off and then approve the holiday. Again, you will receive an email through whether the request has been approved, denied, or it's gone into in progress. K4 may put any news articles up into the system as well. And if there's any new news articles, again, there'll be a red 1 or 2 or 3, depending on how many news articles there are. With some of those articles, you'll see a little announcement at the top. For any other articles, you can go into the news section and see any temporary articles here. So K4 testing Timegate on 3 sites this week. I can select that and it will give me a breakdown. So something that your leads will want you to make you aware of. And then finally, the K4 learning management system has its own individual icon, but all this will do is take you through to the web page for your learning system. The same as any additional quick links here, so your daily occurrence book, the incident report, K4 security website, and the K4 medical website as well. So selecting any of those will take you directly through to that web page. And that's the end of this demonstration.